devil, all in the Crip module and shit, and worshiping the devil. Evil, all of them, they was doing their thing, worshiping the devil. And I was trying to worship the devil, all in the Crip module and shit, because
Alright, man, I'm not gonna play anymore of that, you know what I'm saying? Salute the KevMacVideos, that's where the footage comes from. I'm not trying to exploit KevMac. I'm actually a big fan of KevMac and a big supporter of KevMac. The only reason I'm even talking about this is because it's out there now. Even if you don't see it on YouTube, it's making its rounds on other alternative media outlets. And don't trip. Lil Doc is facing a very serious situation right now. He's fighting for his freedom. And it sucks, man, because he's in his 50s. And, over the last 20 years, he's made a name for himself as being a very credible peace broker in LA and a very credible former gang member who you can go to get mature things done. So I'm not trying to make him look bad or vilify him or make things worse for him in court. He's being charged for a specific allegation that happened in a specific year. And in that clip that I just played, and the clip that exists on the internet now that's been pulled from KevMac, he's talking about a period of time when he was a 19-year-old, 18-year-old. He's talking about 30 years ago. He's talking about the 80s. And it's not like this is something that only Lil Doc was doing. I mean, he named Big Evil and Sinister. And the only reason I'm mentioning them is because their cases are in the public domain. Big Evil is very notorious for having a bunch of bodies, like 40 murders under his belt. Sinister, he was a rapper. If you YouTube his name, you'll see his material. And listen to their names. Sinister, Big Evil. Sinister was murdered in 2007. Big Evil was serving life in prison for like over 20 murders or whatever. Sinister allegedly is on the same level. They're brothers. And the reason why I want to speak on this is because as black people, we always allege that the rap industry, the music industry, Hollywood, the entertainment industry has devil worshippers, satanic people that take part in these rituals in order to be more successful or to so that people can have some sort of dirt on them in case they turn on the system. When we have gang members in LA, Chicago, all over the country, Memphis, especially Memphis. I mean, 3-6 Mafia, for example, that wasn't just some creative marketing scheme. That was a manifestation of what was going on in Memphis in the 90s. Young black boys are worshiping the devil. They don't get into this stuff on their own. They get influenced. Just like Lil Doc said, he wasn't a devil worshiper from birth. He was in jail, and a white guy gave him a pamphlet, and he learned about it. And the psychological guilt that he must have been feeling from being involved in such an intense gang war where he was losing so many people, and retaliation was just a custom of that particular time period, much like it is now in places like Chicago, the back and forth thing. He felt like he couldn't go to God, to avenge his friend's death, allegedly. And I'm not just talking about Lil Doc specifically. I'm talking about the gang member in general. As a gang member, you live a life where you constantly lose friends, and it's easy to feel like you've lost your way. You've done so much bad stuff that you can never go back to God or whatever religious deity that you praised. So it's easy to influence you to actually go to the dark side and start worshiping Satan, because Satan represents the dark side. He's the guy who's going to provide all the sinful stuff to you. He's going to give you the bad stuff. You can't go to God for a murder, a robbery. You can't go to God and say, hey, I hope I rob this person and I hope it turns out well. You got to go to Satan for that. And this isn't something that was only going on 30 years ago. This is something that's happening right now. In my city, kids who are in the streets, excuse me, sinus spray. Like I said, I'm taking this coronavirus, this stuff that you spray on your nose to prevent you from catching the microbes from coronavirus when you're out in public. But there are kids in my city right now They worship the devil. And, you know, as black people, we always allege stuff that we've never seen. Oh my God, in Hollywood, in the rap industry, they're satanic. When our own babies, our own men, our own young boys are worshiping the devil, hoping and praying that they can catch a body tonight. Like right now, it's 2 in the morning, and somewhere in America, there's a young black boy riding in a car, praying to the devil, hoping that he can kill his enemy tonight. And when he goes back home after doing it, he's gonna thank Satan. So all of that conspiracy theory stuff, throw that out the window. You know what I mean? And let's focus on reality, because the murder rate is going up and up in the black community, and the devil has a lot to do with it.